What's up, my precious Homo sapiens? This is November 15, 2025, day 32 of the launch of the IC solution. And I gotta tell you, this week I made a lot of progress with how I'm gonna be doing videos. But when I tried to actually do videos on Friday after doing all that work, making it so I'm readjusting the way I'm doing it was hard because I just got out of that practice, out of that routine of doing them, and talking in front of the camera is not a natural thing for me. So it was like, where did it go? And it quickly, like after just like 1 week of not doing them, for just 4 days of not doing them, it was harder. It was like it's hard to stay on point and kind of trashy. So yeah, teaches me a lesson. I learned my lesson well. Anyways, it's Saturday. Not much today. I've already kicked ass in working out. I did a 2 hour workout, 6 mile run, and then just a beat down. With a bunch of dudes out in the park. Great organization called F3. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to share. But let me run through my thingamabobs here. And that's all I'm doing. By the way, if you're watching this video is just an example of how IC investigation meetups are going to be run. And I'm right now just doing a meeting with the camera until the world figures out that this is the new way to get fixed, and we start having a bunch of people doing it. I'm just doing it with the camera, so this is just an example of how a meeting goes. You're not going to learn much here. I'm just keeping myself accountable, and everything I've been trying to change about my life has changed phenomenally in the last 32 days because I have been doing this. So what is an IC investigation? Is where we come to talk about the IC solution. What is the IC solution? It's taking on a new perspective where you have a separate instinctual core, an IC inside you that you start to look at as a totally separate entity. It's totally separate intelligence that's inside of you. And when you make that separation from it, you start to be able to actually make changes. You realize that when you're trying to crave those nachos, it's just something inside of you. And by separating from it and saying, no, we're not doing that, because this thing is here for your survival, but it's not helping you survive in this world. It helps you survive in a prehistoric world. Today's world, it doesn't know how to get along. So we sit here and start to analyze that. And when you separate from it, you can make so many changes quicker than you've ever imagined. And right now, whenever you're doing more than one, I recommend that you start with separate from the instinctual core to remind yourself that that's what you're doing. And every day I try and do something that involves this separation. Yesterday, it's a good example. You can turn any mundane task. Yesterday I was stuck in traffic. Like coming a 5 minute drive, there was an accident turned into 35 minutes. And I managed to just play music and enjoy the hell out of it the whole time, instead of getting pissed off like people honking all around me. So I'm doing great, basically turning my whole outlook on life to a positive thing. It's just fantastic. Overcoming anxiety, fear of the camera. Once again, this is something that is not natural to me, talking to the camera, but it's getting so natural. But I've got to keep in the flow. And this week I kind of said, okay, I can get out of the flow because I'm changing the whole format of my videos. I've been realizing I've been making videos, but I can really increase the intensity and, work with the algorithms and help you more, help reach people more by changing the format of my videos. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I was doing all the work it takes to change an entire format. A lot went into that, got a lot done. But on Friday, when I came back to videos, it's like, I don't know what to say, So that kind of sucked, but I won't let that happen again. But we learned from that, and I'm not going to say I slipped because I tried. If you're doing it and trying, when it comes to quitting something, you slip if you actually drink alcohol. That's a slip. Or when you're sticking to a perfect diet and you eat a big piece of cake. Or whatever your barriers are. But the fact that I'm getting up and trying and failing is totally cool, as long as I'm trying it. All right, so starting something new. I've been sticking to my routine. Great. Overcoming unhealthy nutrition. Amazing. Although the weight is not coming off as fast as it did when I started eating healthy like a year ago. But I've already gone from 186 down to 179.2. But I'm floating. I'm hovering at the 179 mark. I can't wait to see that 178. But really, I'm not too worried. Just consistency, eating right, and working out. It'll go. it's going to go. And continue to get, not really cut back. In fact, increase my protein, um, but just exclude all the poisons. Start an exercise program, kicking butt here. I mean, a 2 hour beatdown like usually would have like exhausted the hell out of me, and I was totally exhausted, but I just enjoyed the suck. And I had a big talk about that the other day. Alcohol addiction. Once again, look at that. Priority one down here. This is was the bane of my existence, brought me to the edge of death. But now, 8 years later, after a drink, priority is that's not like highest priority. That's like one to 10, 10 being the highest. And these other things that I'm currently trying to change are at 1,000. You've got to make them exponentially higher. All right, boys and girls, that's all I got today. Just decided to just come in making sure I'm keeping track of myself, and that's what I do. And that's all. Peace out. Love you.